Your year as a phenomenon in the culture, okay? And a big thing that happened to you this year is that you ended your engagement, and
I didn't know she was engaged.
Push notifications about it. It was, and we all sort of
push it. Imagine being so famous that people get push notifications about whether or not you're engaged or not. Like, that's got to be such a weird place to be. And did you guys know that her brother's in the Air Force? Sydney Sweeney's brother's in the Air Force. I bet a lot of you guys didn't know that.
Looked up and we're like, oh, Sydney.
I know that's got to be brutal for him. I know it's got to be tough. I'm sure that is a challenging thing to navigate.
Sydney Sweeney isn't just a talented actress and an up-and-coming producer. She's someone that people are really obsessed with and really fascinated by.
Poor guy.
I know. And I wondered,
I know, dude.
Did your sense of your own fame change this year?
I know.
No. I surround myself with a really, really strong group of people who have been in my life since I was little. And they take me out of Hollywood, take me out of this bubble, and remind me what the real world is, and that's where I exist.
Yeah, it's gotta be rough.
The idea of fame, it doesn't apply to my personal life. I'm just Sid.
You can't feel the difference in the volume at times.
If I turn on my phone, yes.
If I turn on my phone, yes, I bet. Because think about, like, let's see, how many followers does Sydney Sweeney have on, let's see, Instagram, for example? Let's see. Sydney. I probably misspelled her name. We'll find out. I don't want, Jesus Christ, why all of those pictures look crazy? Let's see. Here we go. 25.4 million Instagram followers, bro. That's bananas. I can't imagine what that would be like. I mean, that's just one social media page. That's not even like including X, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube. Like, that is bananas, dude. Bananas. I can't imagine how you would handle that on a daily basis. If you stay off your phone, you're probably okay. But you go on your phone, like, you got to have all your notifications turned off.
My phone off and
What's up, Clipper?
I'm home. No.
Slider.
Right. Okay. So what is it like now?
I barely like 25 people.
Single. Are you single?
I'm single.
Okay, you're single. You were out there.
You know what? She's like thinking about it. I bet. Okay, here's the funny thing about what, in my mind, girls that are in the limelight like that, especially girls that people find even mildly attractive, are almost never single. But at the same time, even if she wasn't single, she's not going to like tell everybody on GQ, because then it's everybody's business. And if she wants to keep her personal life private, she's not going to tell anybody. So she's just going to say, I'm single, just to be able to like breeze by that question. That's my guess. I might be wrong, but that's what I would assume.
Now, as a person who has a lot of power, I would say, person who people are obsessed with, and someone who I gather is like really, really focused on their work. So I wonder, how does that change what you're looking for?
I don't think I'm looking for a man right now. What I've learned this year is that I have a really, really amazing group of girlfriends, and I am strong and independent, and that I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
If love finds me, love finds me. I'm hopeless romantic, so I hope love finds me, but I'm not the type of person that wants to go out all the time.
That would be such a hard thing to navigate as well, being that ultra famous, because like you got to be thinking like there are so many dudes probably fawning over her that would be looking for her for money and fame and clout and all this other stuff, and maybe not her personality. You know, there's probably a lot of like predatory people out there that would be looking to take advantage of that. And then there's probably a bunch of guys out there that are just purely interested. Yeah. Clout chasers out the yin yang for sure, man. And then like on top of that, in addition to, there's also going to be guys that are out there that are just like interested in her for looks and not personality, don't care anything about her personal life, you know? So like that position would be a very difficult one to find romance in. Like anybody that's super famous, I would imagine deals with that. Like any famous actress or actor. I don't know how they navigate that stuff because like everybody knows your personal life, but you want your private life to be kind of private. And, you know, if everybody knows who you are, then everyone goes into like talking to you already having this preconception of you. And like, it's a tough thing for you to know like whether or not they have ulterior motives if you know that you're famous like she is.
And I do believe in like true love and wanting to be with someone for the rest of my life. So I'm not gonna, you won't see me jumping around a lot of places.
Wait, jumping around a lot of places, like
guys.
Jumping around a lot of places.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, huh? You jumping around?
Okay, so you are making Anyone But You, and there's sort of, what do we call it, like a game almost with sort of letting rumors build about you and Glenn, and we all now know that that was
Glenn is
a projection, let's say, on our parts. That wasn't real. But it occurred to me that maybe that story doesn't go so viral if you're not a very private person. I imagine there are personal benefits to being
he
private.
was a previous co-star.
But are there also professional benefits to being private about your personal life?
The professional benefits for me and being private is for my own just health and sanity. If I let everybody in all the time, I have nothing for myself. And
yeah, you got to have your own private life too, man.
Just a 27-year-old, or I'm 28 now. I turned 28 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
But I'm just a 28-year-old woman who's trying to figure it out. And I'm still learning, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to grow. And
yeah, to be fair, I'd never heard of her before. The Jean commercial thing too. That's the first time I heard of her. And it was only because it became like a super big political statement for some reason.
And I think that it's important to be able to do that without
dang, she's the perfect age for my son.
Every single thing all the time.
Right. Okay. But so you're never tempted to just like open your notes app and say, this is what I really think, and this is who I am, and this is what's going on in my life, and like
your
stop
notes app?
Guessing and projecting.
I mean, I'll vent to my girlfriends, but other than that, no.
No. Okay.
I just think
that's
to myself,
honestly really impressive.
She's got to have like a really tight circle, probably a real tight circle of friends that she's like really close with and trusts.
I know who I am.
You have to have like a close, tight circle.
I know what I value. I know that I'm a kind person. I know that I love a lot. And I know that I'm just excited to see what happens next. And so I don't really let other people define who I am.
That's a very.
I'm happy to hear that. I love secondhand concern for you lately.
That's
we're
a very
sort of talking around
artistic
this American Eagle ad right now, and maybe we should just talk about it.
It's a very, very artistic way to put that.
Were you surprised?
That's for sure like the most actress thing you can say.
Reaction.
I'm just gonna say it. This interviewer
I did a Jean ad.
I'm just gonna say it. Garth, you said, I'm just going to say it. This interviewer is unbearable. I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm trying to be nice. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her, but I keep seeing people post on X about her, and they're tearing her a new one on X right now. It is so bad. It is like on fire in X right now. Don't even look at it on X. That's why I came here like by myself to just like look at it for myself. And like, I try to realize like, look, everybody's a person. Everybody's a human being. I mean, she's, you know, I don't know. Maybe she's just like from a certain organization or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's from a different background.
I mean, the reaction definitely was a surprise, but it was, I love jeans. All I wear is jeans. I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
I really like wearing jeans.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and
yeah, I mean, I can see why people are flaming her too, but oh man, people on the internet are relentless. They're merciless, bro. They're merciless.
It just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone, and I wondered what that was like
It was surreal.
It was surreal. And
Is surreal.
it would be totally
having the president
human.
tweet about you.
I would probably feel like thankful that somebody had my back in public, you know, and conveniently some very powerful people had my back in public. And I wondered if you felt that way.
I don't think that.
Her facial expressions kind of, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that TV show You or not. It's like kind of I can't remember. It's like a drama, but she reminds me of the girl that dates the guy in the very beginning of the show. I can't remember his name or her name.
Not that feeling I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that.
People making the jeans about
of any of it.
Jeans are so weird. Yeah, dude.
Put my phone away. I was filming every day.
Poor guy can't stay out of trouble.
Euphoria, so
Yo,
I'm
how's
working,
Redbeard? What's up, dude?
16-hour days, and I don't really bring my phone on set.
Oh, the NFL Antonio Brown, yeah.
I work and then I go home and I go to sleep. So I didn't really see a lot of it.
You've made a really good case for keeping your thoughts and your life separate from that work.
You know, she must work extremely hard at staying off of her phone. If this is like the way that she says her life kind of is, like she just goes home, she goes to work and then goes home. She must not spend a lot of time on social media, which could be why she seems to, at least on the surface, appears to have decent mental health, unlike the rest of us who spend too much time on social media.
The risk is that, you know, there's a chance that somebody will get some idea about what you think about certain issues and
God, yeah.
feel like I don't want to see Christy because of that. Like, do you worry about that?
No.
Nice.
If somebody is closed off because of
the lady's catty,
something they read online,
she baits her.
Yeah,
she definitely kind of seems
a powerful story like Christy.
She seems a little like a little catty, just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Then I hope something else can open their eyes to being open to art and being open to learning. And I'm not going to be affected by that.
Yeah. You've come here like really willing to talk about this whole discourse that doesn't have that much to do with you. And
to be fair, she might not be a catty person. It just might be like her own personality of like how she communicates with people. But it does. I can see why people would perceive it as being
grateful
catty.
For that.
420 Chronicles. What's up, bro?
Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The
lady really wants her to make a stance in this interview. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I guess she's just like asking her opinion on stuff.
Sweeney has great genes.
But she did the questions were perfectly deflected. She did a pretty good job of just like kind of being like, yeah, you know, I'm not really affected by it, not interested.
The ad spoke for itself.
You think the ad spoke for itself?
Yeah.
Okay, and the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I...
Hold on, let's go back. Let's hear what she said again.
Climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking.
You know what's funny? She's right. So what she's saying is that's not her personal opinion. That's what the criticism online was. So that's fair. She worded that in a way that's like, hey, this isn't my personal opinion. This is what the criticism was. Is that Drew Barrymore? No, it's definitely not, bro. But, you know, I think that it's like one of those things. I forget it was, it might've been Joe Rogan who said it at one point. He said there's a book called The Sacred Clown or something like that. Or maybe it's something about the Native Americans who had like this entertainer with them that basically they made fun of everything. And if you couldn't make fun of something, then you knew it was nonsense, you know, because like everything should be, you know, you should be able to make fun of everything kind of like as far as in comedy. Now I'm not a comedian, but I tend to think that's a fairer way to look at life. Like if something is viewed other than there are certain things maybe, but I mean, comedians make fun of death. They make fun of everything. Like nothing's off limits to comedians. So I don't know. I feel like this is, it was just kind of like internet semantic stuff, you know, and she didn't like publicly say anything that was like, you know, messed up or wrong, but let's see what she had to say in response to that. I'm kind of curious.
Speaking, and since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I...
What's up, Palmetto Paratrooper?
I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
We should talk about Cassie.
Ooh,
you got back together with
that
Cassie.
was a good response.
Quickly.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Basically, that's a nice way of saying, I'm not saying jack shit about that. Sorry.
We should talk about Cassie. You got back together with Cassie. You spent some time in Cassie
Great
land.
deflection.
I wondered if after the break and after the changes in your life since last time you were Cassie, if you came back to that role with a different perspective on her character, her arc.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cassie and the whole world of Euphoria is now 5 years ahead. So all the characters are
Austin Coop,
living in the real world. They're dealing with very real world life problems. And Cassie's just so much fun. She's so crazy. And I don't know if I can implement any of my...
I don't know if I'm interested in the show necessarily.
Because Sam put together a show of like a powerhouse.
It's coming up now and your work is the way...
What else we got?
Women actors and you are represented on screen. The early part of your career was defined by a lot of chatter about that, right? About is it an empowering or not empowering, blah, 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 like expression.
In regards to my body?
Yeah, and like Cassie, I think, brought that out. And that doesn't really seem to be part of the story anymore. And I wonder if you feel like Hollywood is changing or if it has to do with being an actor, producer roles.
Yeah, they do have a classic way to answer questions in a diplomatic way.
The conversation around it is changing. I've always looked at a woman's body as a very beautiful, powerful tool. I transform my body for Christy.
She kind of reminds me, actually...
It's a challenge, but then also really amazing.
She kind of reminds me of a mutual friend of my wife and mine. We have a friend that she kind of has a similar personality to her.
Amazing at the same time that we're capable of doing stuff like that and
I don't want to say who on stream,
our body. And I've always looked at it that way. I've always looked at it as my body is another tool to tell this story.
How does
mine too.
Using that tool change when you are more in the driver's seat as a producer? I mean, I'm thinking about The Housemaid, like there's a scene in that where you're in this home theater and you're wearing like a push-up bra. And it's just like, okay, this is
not a push-up bra, this is just my boobs.
Oh.
Wow.
Excuse
Fact check me.
Excuse me.
That's just like a sports bra or something?
Yeah.
Excuse me, dude.
Okay. I mean, she's wearing what she's wearing to bed. She's been
This is like the GQ interview with yeah, this is the GQ interview with Sydney Sweeney here.
It's for herself. It's not for anybody else.
Great.
Yeah.
That's sort of where I was going with it, though, is that watching that scene, I had this feeling of there's a self-awareness and knowingness to this that, you know, it is a casual sweatshirt, her boobs are out, and then you're like, the wife comes in and like comments on it in this way that to me felt very like funny. Letting Sydney use her body in this way, but also commenting on it in a knowing way that lets you know that we're all in on this joke. And I guess I wondered if that is a hallmark of having more control of the project.
I think so. I think that as time goes on, people will see that.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got gifts that God gave to you, I mean, other than certain activities, like I don't necessarily recommend doing things that are illicit or illegal with them. But I mean, if it helps you get work and you're getting into show business and stuff, I mean, you know, It's like giant bodybuilders get into movies and stuff too. You know, same kind of thing. Anyway, that's pretty much most of the interview. I saw most of the stuff I wanted to see. I wanted to hear her response really to the jeans thing because I know that she was going to bring that up. I saw a bunch of clips about that. And I wanted to hear what she had to say about like some of these other more personal questions. But it seems that she did a good job of just deflecting most of it. So it wasn't a lot of like super detailed personal divulging of information necessarily. But I guess I also at the same time understand like once you get to this level of fame where like the entire world knows who you are, you try to keep a lot of stuff close to your chest. And I also can understand and respect that, which is why when she asked her point blank, do you have a boyfriend or are you single? And she said she's single, why I feel like I don't necessarily think that's true, but there's no way I would be able to prove that. But at the same time, I can also understand even if she wasn't single, why she would say that she was, because like she wants to have like some kind of a private life because, you know, when you get to be that famous, dude, like bye-bye private life, you know what I mean?